that guy next to me was that it's shite. Hey, what's up guys, marc-e-b here. Welcome to a special live episode of marc-e-b's Gaming Sea. I've travelled all the way up to Manchester with my brother here today and we are at the Play event. So we're gonna pop on inside, get some footage and hopefully see if there's anything good in there. Let's go on in. Looks to be a new character here for Mario Kart 8. Okay, so I'm here at the Dark Souls 3 booth. Now, this is the first place where you can play this game live in the UK. I'm about to go and queue up, check it out, and I'll let you know what I think about it after. So, I got in line, found out there was going to be a couple of hours wait to get my hands on this game and thought, fuck it, went and got a beer instead. And watch these guys play. He looks just like a hunter from Bloodborne. He literally looks like the hunter from Bloodborne. 17 quid for a Game Boy Advance, mate. I remember spending 100 quid on one of those. Proposition bloody ridiculous. That's just epically games. Street Fighter tournament going down here at the moment. It's pretty good. It's drawn in a bit of a crowd. Not massive on Street Fighter, but these guys are pretty good at the game. So behind me we've got a lot of retro booths where we've got people playing consoles. You've got everything from Xbox right the way down to the NES here. It's really cool, to be honest. There's lots of people just coming out, playing, enjoying themselves, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have a little crack myself. So So in the far corner of the arena we have, well, one of the first that I've seen, possibly one of the biggest card tournaments I've been to. There's everything here. There's Pokemon cards, there's Magic the Gathering, there's a tournament going on as we speak. So if I'd have known, I'd have brought my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh well. Okay guys, so I am here with Phil from Pixel Bomb, one of the developers of a game Beyond Flesh and Blood. Now, Phil, talk to me a bit about this game. What is this?
Okay, it is a third-person action-adventure featuring gory, over-the-top action in a post-apocalyptical Manchester 200 years in the future.
Okay, that's quite a handful then, I guess. How big's the team that's making this current game?
Okay, we started with a team of 4 of us, and we've since expanded over the past 2 years to about 20 now.
Brilliant. And how close is this game to completion?
Okay, we are aiming to come out on Xbox One, PS4 and PC first quarter of 2016.
Brilliant. Wow, that sounds really good. Tell me a bit about the gameplay mechanics. Is this a horror game? Is it more of a third-person action style shooter?
It is definitely a third-person action game. We do have some slight horror elements with some interesting enemies, but we are mainly focused on action.
Okay.
You play as Ethan, who is actually on a space station up in orbit, and he pilots a rig that is down on the ground. The important thing is you can't die because you're safe on the space station.
Right.
If anything happens to your rig, they just send another one down from orbit.
So you only have one character and it repeats if you die, and it goes on like that. Okay, cool. I can see you've got some Oculus Rift support here as well. So
yes, we do, yes.
There's going to be a bit of a VR experience involved?
It actually ties in quite nicely to our story, because in the cutscene that takes place after the first mission, you see Ethan, and Ethan is on the space station, and his headset is akin to an Oculus
Right.
Rift, and we're trying to get a bit better where he's using that to pilot it, and the interface that you see is what Ethan would see if you were Ethan.
Right.
Ethan.
Awesome, man. Sounds really good. I want to jump into this.
Okay, yeah,
I want to check this out. So, Phil, thank you very much for explaining a bit of that to me. We'll go and see how this game fares, guys. Okay. Mortal Kombat characters playing Mortal Kombat. Mind fucking blown. So I'm here with Sam, who is going to explain a bit about what he does. He is currently Mario Kart Time Trial Record Champion. It sounds like it. Tell me a bit about what you do here, Sam.
Okay, so basically it's just for a hobby. I play Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. That's the one I grew up with and got used to the driving strategies. And when I realised I was getting to quite a high level of driving, I started the Time Trial World Rankings website back in 1998. And since then we've got hundreds of people from around the world who sent their records in. So we've got national champions, world records and lots of other things. And we've also been featured in the Guinness Book of Records as well, and the Gamers Edition in the recent years. And over in France, separate to time trials and doing records, we have World Championships in France, held by the French Federation of SMK over there. And that includes battle mode racing and lots of different things. So, but on time trial, I've got world records on a couple of tracks, including Mario Circuit 1. I'm UK #1 and ranked about 3rd in the world overall on time trial at the moment. And I'm also here at Play Expo today with my niece, Layla, who's the 2nd fastest in the UK. So we're doing some demonstrations, and we're also running a tournament just for the casuals and the guests today, just for some fun.
What would you say is your favourite Mario Kart track if you could pick one across all the consoles?
Okay, for biased reasons, it will be Mario Circuit 1 because that's the one I've played the most with the old-fashioned hop jumping style in the 90s, and I think I overplayed that. A lot of my friends abroad know. The new boosting strategies which we use now, since the Japanese players developed that years ago, I perfected that in the last couple of years, so I've got the quite solid world records on the very first track. And it's quite special because it was in the 90s the official track in Japan for time trialling, and the first track in the entire Mario Kart franchise altogether, so I think for me that's quite special. But I do have a couple of other records and a couple of Ghost Valley tracks and a few other laps here and there. Not too many, as I'm quite busy these days, but it's nice to still be somewhere near the top anyway.
And you run your own website, you said, for these time trials?
Yeah, basically what it is, I'd done a very manual website for the time trial rankings between 1998 and 2006. But there's other communities on MarioKart64.com, and that's the actual main website. And what we've done is different people are updating time trial sites for all the other Mario Kart games, and we're all under one roof now. So there's a friend of ours in America who's given the funding towards it, and different people basically update under the same database. So I just run the news updates for the SNES version, other people do 64, Wii, Mario Kart 8, 7, so on and so forth. So there's something for all of the games, so it's a huge community. And a lot of the players travel as well and meet each other now and again and things like that. So we've made a lot of friendships as well through that, not just sitting at home playing the games.
Awesome. Well, Sam, thank you very much for your time. I wish you and your niece all the best for smashing future records.
We'll try.
Keep up the good race, my man. To me, Mario. How does it drive?
Not great, to be honest. It's not
very good.
not particularly, no. It's a bit, the car just stops dead if you hit something, which is obviously you wouldn't happen in real life, so it's a bit not convinced.
Brilliant physics there.
Nice. Looks bloody amazing. That's Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo. So I am outside the booth now for Broforce, over 18s only. We're about to go in and check out some of the gameplay. I've seen a few trailers of this before and it does look really interesting, so fingers crossed it's going to be a good game.
Brutality.
So it's the end of the day. We're finally done. We spent a total of about 7-8 hours in the event, got loads of footage, spoke to some really cool people. I'm here now with Liam to have a bit of a chat about the day's events, to find out how he enjoyed it. Liam, what did you enjoy most about the play event?
Well, I think just the fact there's like one of these events in the north was pretty good in itself. But one thing I really did enjoy was I think it was called Beyond Flesh and Blood, the game third-person shooter set in Manchester.
So basically, we managed to have an interview with the devs that you probably saw earlier on. Now, I didn't actually get a chance to play with the Oculus Rift dev kit, but you did, Liam. What did you think of that kind of VR experience? Did it play well? Did you get any motion sickness or anything?
Yeah, a little bit motion sickness, but that might have been due to a couple of beers I'd had beforehand. But yeah, it was different. It was disorientating at first, like actually aiming with your eyes rather than with your hands or whatever.
Because you used the Oculus Rift to aim with. It wasn't like separated from the controller, was it? So you had to look where you wanted to shoot.
Yeah, so that was disorientating because obviously I'm used to using like the right button, stick for that, and it just didn't work, and like trying to look around and stuff was disorientating. Sure. But getting used to it pretty quick, and it was like a very immersive experience. It was fantastic, to be honest.
And I really enjoyed the game. To be fair, you'll see from the review earlier, there was the guy kind of let me play as the robot, which he said he shouldn't have let me do. But yeah, he kind of dropped me in as a mech, and it was really cool. I've bought loads of stuff today. I've spent a bit too much money. I think my partner's going to be a bit peeved off with me. What's probably one of your better purchases today, Liam? I think.
Well, I'd have to say this awesome piece of art.
That is amazing. I almost got that myself, and I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but hey, cool. So Liam, thank you very much for speaking with me. I hope you guys have enjoyed the footage from the event. I've had an absolute blast. I really hope they do this again, because I'll be back next year for sure. We're going to go cosplay. You're going to go zombie, right?
Yeah.
Zombie, Chris Redfield. You're going to see it here first, folks. Okay, until the next show, take it easy, guys.